Here in Buffalo, the countdown to the playoffs is on. The Broncos and Bills playing in the wild card round at 11 a.m. on Sunday morning. Alongside Romy B and I'm Michael Spencer, getting you set for the Broncos' first playoff game in more than 9 years. Romy, when you look back at what this team has done all season long, the one thing that I keep coming back to is they've been underdogs all year. The Vegas over-under win total for this Broncos team was 5.5 wins. That means if you bet the under, all you had to do was get to 6. They got to that really early in the season. This is a Broncos team that comes into their first playoff game in 9 years as big-time underdogs, more than a touchdown. But that's where they've been all season long.
And they actually love that, and I think that can really benefit this team. All year long, Sean Payton has said this team is young and hungry, and they're almost, you don't know what you don't know. Yeah. You don't know that there's supposed to be a lot of pressure in the playoffs. You don't know that there's supposed to be all these expectations. And Bo Nix even said it. Nobody's expecting us to do anything anyway, so we might as well just go play our game. So they can play loose. They can play free. I think that could really benefit this team. You look at the Bills on the other side, all the pressure's on them. This is the year they're supposed to make it to the Super Bowl. There's been a lot of years of coming up short. So the Bills might be playing a little bit tight. That's somewhere where the Broncos could have an advantage because they just kind of can play loose. They also love being the underdog. I talked to a bunch of guys this week. Jonathan Cooper said, we're all we need. You know, the cliche phrase, but it's so true. They love it. They do carry that chip, and we know this in sports. Carrying a chip makes a difference. I mean, like, we've seen the Chiefs literally make up chips that they were the underdogs. It really can take a team really far, but this team has so much belief in themselves, and you got to give a lot of credit to Sean Payton for instilling that to them. I mean, they told us that back in OTAs, he said, we're going to make the playoffs.
What do you make of the two quarterbacks in this game? Because you've got one guy who's an MVP candidate in Josh Allen, and then you've got a rookie in Bo Nix. The Broncos feel like they have their guy moving forward. What are you watching for from both of those guys on Sunday?
Yeah, I think it's a huge game for both of those guys. Let's start with Bo Nix. You know, his name is on the national stage now. He is a bona fide offensive rookie of the year candidate. He has made history along the way. He continues to show that what's going on between the years, that's what's going to make him a successful quarterback for the next decade plus here in the NFL. But I think the big thing for Bo is, how do you perform on the biggest stage? So far, it has not rattled him at all. You go back to that Kansas City game. I think that's a big one in Arrowhead. He went toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. And, you know, he said he was honored to be competing with Mahomes, but the moment wasn't too big for him. They almost got that game had it not been for the blocked field goal. So he does seem like he is ready for this moment. I often say he's a vet in rookie clothing.
Yeah.
And all of his teammates talk about it. They can't believe how much swagger, how much leadership he has for a rookie. And so I think he is ready for this moment. He can make the throws, he can make the reads. You know, it's going to be interesting to see in such a cold environment, in such a hostile environment, how does he respond? But this is his next big test, and he's passed them so far, like all of them along the way. On the other side, Josh Allen. This is going to be so fun. This is the first time, here's a fun random factoid, in NFL history that a team with 60 or more sacks is going against a team who's allowed 15 or less.
Oh.
It's such
strength on strength.
It's going to be incredible. So the thing is, can the Broncos, the strength of the Broncos defense, aside from Pat Surtain, all-pro, is that front? Can they get pressure on Josh Allen? And Justin Sternad was so funny this week. He talked about it. He said, no, people get to Josh Allen. It's just that you can't bring him down. And when the play breaks down, that's when he's so dangerous. They have to find a way to keep him in the pocket, get him uncomfortable in the pocket. Not a lot of teams are able to do that, but it feels like if one front can, that's the Broncos defense. So strength on strength, as you said.
Bo Nix needs to play well. You need to get to Josh Allen, maybe force some turnovers. You got another key to victory as we look ahead to Sunday?
Yeah, you know, I think the other thing is a fast start. Been saying it all week. We say that it's one of those cliche phrases, but it's so true because this is one of the most hostile environments in the NFL. It's going to be playoff level. Bills Mafia is legendary for a reason. If you can get points on the board early, just quiet that crowd a little bit. I think that'll calm a little bit of those nerves that Bo Nix probably still will be feeling. But that fast start, you don't want to be playing from behind. You don't want the Bills to start feeling too comfortable. So I think that's a key in terms of Bo feeling settled and also making the Bills a little nervous. Keep them playing tight. You know, you get points on the board early, and then the pressure's really on.
Yeah. Kickoff is at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning. We will, of course, have you covered pregame and postgame as well on CBS Colorado and streaming on CBS News Colorado.